Hello, and welcome back, Twitch and YouTube. So we're going to pick up from where we left off last on the Holopalm technique build. Really the only two things I've changed since the last time we played. I guess it's been about a week for me, but it may have just been... it's only been a day to you if you've been watching on YouTube. Is I have gone ahead and farmed up the Frenzy of Onslaught. I used the Facebreaker build, which is the last build I built to do the farming, because it really does laboratories really smoothly. And then the other thing I've changed is I've gone ahead and changed up the boots. So, different unique boots. The boots aren't really important. The big difference here is it's got 10% elemental resist, so that means that I am resist capped without pure elements on, and once we beat Katava, we'll be 1% below resist capped with purity elements on. So with that, I have absolutely no problems with just rolling through Act 5. So that's what we're going to do this episode. This episode is going to be rolling this build, basically speed running this build through Act 5. Really, as you can see, the damage here is really good. It's really tanky. There isn't anything I'm specifically all that worried about at this point with this build for this part of Max. The damage might not keep up super well. Is maybe something I'm expecting for the future. Because a lot of the easy decks we've got in the build has already been gained. And so to really get this build to peak damage status, we're going to require items, and items are going to be harder to come by. The game items are going to be harder to come by. Actually the scroll wisdom. One thing I should do, but I have not yet done, I have not yet really improved the flasks. At this point, one other thing I forgot is I did go ahead and pick up a mana leech support. So at this point, I really need one health flask. And otherwise, I could probably just run 4 flasks set up to auto fire when they're full in charge, which on this build should actually just mean that they're basically constantly. So I basically have all the flasks up constantly, which would if I picked the right flasks, be real powerful. If only in mainly a defensive manner. Well, and just speed to run around. No one really complains if you've got a quick solar up all the time. We'll grab the boots. The boots might be an upgrade.
Somehow, I doubt piety's science is so well.
So right now, Fury of Onslaught, or Frenzy of Onslaught, is a little bit higher single target damage. I think it's about 1,000 extra damage, is what the POE was saying, for single target. So when there's multiple targets, Cyclone is the highest damage of my 2 skills, but when there's only one target, the Frenzy of Onslaught is the highest damage skill. Frenzy of Onslaught's also just very convenient to run. You just basically hold down right click and spin your way through the enemy.
He should have kept a better eye out.
She makes a comment on the fact that we're stealing his eye. Well, stealing his eyes. See, I do need to get life. Where was I? So I just grabbed that life. I think I'll run down and grab that life next. So, as far as getting Katava, I think the only thing we need from the passageway at this point is enough life that I can tank Katava blows, which is just short of 1500 at this point.
One way or another.
So, Act 5 is also one of the few places in the game where people will stop in acts to farm up gear. This build's doing well enough that I will not stop there to farm up gear. Though, as you notice, I'm sort of stopping to not necessarily farm up gear, but kill the higher quality enemies for their XP. Because knowing where I'm going, it's very easy to just bypass too many enemies and not get a lot of XP. When I'm seeing situations like this where I can target multiple rares to get their XP from them, I am taking the opportunity to get multiple rares at once. Oh, the life flask might be an improvement over the current one. Yeah, this is also a fairly short act, so we'll see how long it takes to finish this act. Without any farming in the middle of it, I'm probably suspecting it will be closer to 30 minutes than some of the other acts, which, well, this build is running a little bit faster on the acts, because it's just got so high damage at this point. There's the door.
The height of civilization, used only to oppress free will.
Risk of just spinning through all the enemies we see on the way to our objective. Unless it's a rare or magic monster, I'm not stopping to really fight them. So if I don't kill them on the way through, I'm just kind of continuing onward. We are going to do the optional side quests in Act 5, because we do want skill points, obviously, when the skill point's up for grabs. And we do want the respec points, because while I haven't grabbed the respecs, well, I haven't used very many respecs yet, really I think optimizing this tree is going to involve a lot of optimizing the cluster gems, cluster jewels, and unslotting those, reslotting those is a lot of despec, respec going on, so... Preparing for the potential future where I'm going to have to do a lot of respecking in cluster duels. I would like to pick up as many free respec points as possible.
Stained glass and gold. What exquisite lies we tell ourselves.
Let's grab the portal. And let's go say hi to Piety. While spinning through all the minions we found along the way. Nope, this is a dead end. Those magic monsters to kill. XP. Oh yeah, definitely the mana leech is super convenient for getting this build to be mana stable. Definitely could improve the build a lot, because I'm basically running it in a 2-slot, running the main attack skill in a 2-slot. Or 2-link. Could definitely run... I'm definitely imagining a scenario in the end game where you're running like a pseudo double 5. Because the build doesn't really need anything. At least this early on isn't really needing anything to be functional. Other than a little bit of mana sustain that I'm getting. It's got plenty of damage just from the raw dexterity I'm stacking. So I don't know how well that'll scale into late game without very expensive items. Stat stacking items tend to be a bit expensive, from what I've heard. And it is from what I heard, because I very rarely actually do any trading in Path of Exile, even though I'm on the trade league. So in practice, I tend to try making everything I can myself, which may mean that this build will never quite hit perfection, because perfection is not something I'm going to be able to reasonably craft by myself. I'm going to the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling... I've got the equipment to do it. I should just do it between episodes. Is I should set up the Quicksilver Flask to auto-activate when it's on full charge, so I have it constantly going off on this build. So I have to stop microing it, drop the micro off on it. We're 43 and 43, which is about where we want to be. Especially for a build where we're just kind of rolling through everything we see. Right? If it's in our way, we spin and we kill it. If it's not in our way, we're not going in our way for most things. So, again, that map in particular is a common one that gets farmed. Just to get to resist capped for facing Katava. I basically am already resist capped, so I'm not worried.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
So, that quickly, already halfway through the first major phase of this guy. Basically the first phase of the first phase, already done. there's the first phase completely done. On to Piety proper. Hello, Piety. I hope you're prepared to enjoy the spin, and/or just the devastation of Frenzy of Onslaught. Anyway, note to self: when you need to move, spin. Works better. And first main Piety phase is done.
I'm not up to it.
Yeah, I think definitely as far as the flasks go, it would be nice to get 4 utility flasks just set up to auto-cycle whenever they hit full charge. Because I think the build basically set it up that it constantly runs its flasks that way. And second phase done. Nice, quick. A little ease, just swapping back and forth between Cyclone and what is basically auto-attacking with a Frenzy of Onslaught. But that's because I've just gotten too used to spinning and not single targeting guys. And he didn't even get to throw his attack. And he's dead.
Innocence.
That was a high-speed Piety run. We'll grab the helmet. Helmet might get used. It probably won't get used.
Let the hunt begin.
Do I need to talk to you?
I am sin.
I don't know if I need to watch this video. Let me just let the video play. Actually, I'm just gonna assume the video doesn't need to play. Hopefully the video doesn't need to play. Yeah, looks like the video doesn't need to play.
What in damnation?
Okay. So we've defeated Piety, now we need to go do all the optionals, and then we'll go defeat Kitava. We'll probably be done in half an hour. Or, well, we'll probably be done in half an hour if I can remember to keep using a Quicksilver Flask and moving forward. Here's the enemy dead. Oh, this is the zone unique. Famous like that, he's dead too. And another level. Some hit points here. At that point, we've got enough hit points to take on Kitava. We are going to get more hit points. So we'll start to prep for the next act boss as well, as far as hit points goes. Then we'll get back to traveling after that through all the travel nodes we need to do. Probably don't need to level up the mana leech, but we're leveling up the mana leech. regular guys. Rapidly just punch down the rare. Punch, 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 punch. And another rare dead. I believe this is required of the main quest coming in here.
Bones should have been returned.
Attacks. Looks like the answer is going to be no. I don't want one that's wanting to run away from me. Not one that doesn't want to run away from me. Okay, one down. And the other one down. Moonstone ring might be useful, probably won't be. Quest item.
This energy.
On the door.
Haunting me for years, from long ago.
And let me just zoom on out. If you weren't, at this point, worried about the optionals, you could just go run to Katava right away. But I'm going to go clear the other optionals in the act before leaving the act. So we have the guy who betrays us over here. Walk up on him. So we kill Utila. So,
I was happy to aid the rebellion Utula, but not this.
And then the other one is we're going to go into the Reliquary and grab the Katava's Torments. Something in here is hitting me hard. That sometimes happens a bit when you're a bit evasion driven. Is, well, you can't avoid everything, and evasion's mitigation by avoidance, not mitigation by mitigation standpoint. You basically mitigate everything you dodge, and not everything you don't dodge. So when there's a lot inbound, you frequently get hit, and hit for a decent amount. Double rare. Double rare is a good situation. More XP. And the rares are dead. Double rare. And we move on. rare. Another rare. Yeah, the Moonstone Ring might be useful. I'll have to take some time to look at it after the act. I'm not going to slow down in the act. And we don't need it, even if it is useful. I feel like I missed the guy up the corner. It's probably up this corner. Here it is, through the Log of War. Thank you. Out, so we just force the one guy left, and then we just punch him down. Now, at this point, probably faster to teleport out and teleport back in using the waypoint from earlier. Katava. Yeah, as far as a homemade build, this build is running at least Acts 4 and 5 very, very smoothly, very, very fast. At least to my speed. And really the only sticking point I have on here is I've been too lazy to actually sort out my flask properly. You can set the flasks up so they auto-run. The utility flasks, so I could have it so that it's whenever the Quicksilver flask is full, auto-activating the Quicksilver flask. Which if I was doing that, then I could probably just get away with one Quicksilver flask. At this point, I really only need one life flask. I don't even need the mana flask anymore, so I can swap out for another utility flask. So there's 3 more utility flasks I could fit in here, and I could end up solving the utility flask, which is self-activating, which would be very, very, very convenient, very, very smooth. And that's just something I'm looking forward to in the future. It's like, okay, when I stop being lazy and properly set the build up, the build will be even smoother than it is, and it's pretty buttery. Yeah, it's even doing Katava real fast. First phase on Katava down. The only problem it has is it's really short range, so I am sitting like sort of danger close on the zones where I can get hit. Ow. And there's phase 2 down. Almost died because I was not respecting the damage output of Kadava. We're spinning here because the ads come out. Being able to hit both the ads and the target is higher damage output than just being able to focus on the one target. Yeah, maybe if you're trying to take it a little more seriously, don't take blows to the face. On the other hand, it's kind of happily taking the blows to the face too, so not quite ideal on the blows to the face. Probably be better to try dodging those and not just take them to the face, but you know, it's able to take them to the face, which is the whole point of getting all those hit points. Oops. As I said, don't take the blows to the face. Kadava can actually hit hard when you're given the opportunity. And with one accidental death there, that is Act 5 Kadava and Act 5 done. So had I taken it a little bit more carefully, I probably could have gotten through Act 5 with no deaths. And very smoothly, so that took just under, well, just over like 32, 33 minutes.
It cannot be extinguished.
And as I brought up earlier, I can now just toggle on Purity Elements. That'll make the mana a little bit harder, but that should hopefully be fine. And I'm just 1 point off of being Elemental Resist capped, otherwise I'm retaining caps and everything else.
Need to hone my skills. I'll have another shot before everything's gone. Remember,
and with that, that's where I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. So I hope you've been enjoying this build. Obviously, if I have time to record, there will be another part up tomorrow. Because we don't see any reason I need to postpone recording more parts. Other than some maybe minor things like upgrading the flasks, which really shouldn't be delaying the parts. So if you're watching this YouTube, expect there to be another part up tomorrow at noon. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you've been enjoying this. If you want to see more, there will be more. Catch you later.